Hello and welcome to the channel. As part of his inauguration speech after becoming the new president of the socio-cultural Igbo group Ohaeneze, Emmanuel Iwanyanwu has pledged to release the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu, arrested by the federal government for treasonous-related offenses. Big pledge from a big man. Details next, but first, subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. Ohaeneze's new president Iwanyanwu pledges to secure Nnamdi Kanu's release. Nigerian politician and entrepreneur Emmanuel Iwanyanwu has been confirmed as the President General of the Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization Ohaeneze Indigbo. In his inaugural speech, Mr. Iwanyanwu pledged to secure the release of separatist leader Nnamdi Kanu, who is being prosecuted for treason by the federal government. Mr. Iwanyanwu was unanimously endorsed as the group's President General during a meeting of Ohaeneze IPOB at Enugu's Banquet Hall on Sunday. IPOB is the highest decision-making organ of the Ohaeneze, considered by many to be the top Igbo socio-cultural organization in Nigeria. The 80-year-old politician was earlier this month presented to Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State by a delegation of the Imo Elders Council as the consensus candidate to replace the immediate past President General of the Igbo group, George Obiozor, whose death was announced in December. But given that his emergence was not through an election, Ohaeneze IPOB needed to ratify the position. Reporters were not allowed inside the venue during the Ohaeneze IPOB meeting, but a member of the Ohaeneze Indigbo, Chinedu Ugwa, told Premium Times that Mr. Iwanyanwu was confirmed Ohaeneze Indigbo President General because there was no dissenting voice against his emergence at the meeting. Mr. Ugwa, who participated in the meeting, said Mr. Iwanyanwu was confirmed as the President General through voice voting. A new president of Ohaeneze Indigbo has been elected through the procedure of engaging the governors of the 7 states that make up Ohaeneze. The endorsement was done after a recommendation by elders of Imo State because nobody was coming to ask or query his emergence. So it is in the form of an election, he said. In his inaugural speech, Mr. Iwanyanwu expressed delight over his endorsement as the President General of the Igbo group, saying that providence and the love of Igbos propelled him to the position. I thank you all for giving me the opportunity to lead Indigbo at this time. With our collective efforts and support, Indigbo will rise again. I therefore have a duty to valiantly defend the Igbo cause, and I promise IPOB and all Igbo people that by the grace of God, I will not fail them, Mr. Iwanyanwu said. The new President General said he had done his best to serve Igbos both in time of war and time of peace, and that as a young boy, he learned determination to serve Igbos from his father. He said he never nurtured the idea of becoming President General of Ohaeneze and that he had unsuccessfully sought to become Nigerian President 3 times. Mr. Iwanyanwu, while rolling out the priorities of his administration, said he would make a special appeal to President Muhammadu Buhari to release Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, before Buhari exits office on May 29, 2023. Nnamdi Kanu is very crucial for any discussion on security, and it is not possible to negotiate any peace while Nnamdi Kanu is in prison, he said, noting that the Court of Appeal Abuja had struck out the terrorism charges filed against Mr. Kanu. There is also a report that his health is deteriorating. I feel it is important that he is released to have access to his medical doctors so that he does not die in prison. The new Ohaeneze leader also vowed to ensure that the Southeast gets an additional state, explaining that the Southeast is the only region with 5 states in Nigeria. Several political conferences have recommended the creation of additional states in the Southeast to bring the number of states to 6. So far, this has not been actualized. I will make sure that during my tenure as Ohaeneze President General, an additional state is created for the Southeast, Mr. Iwanyanwu assured. The Ohaeneze President General listed other priorities of his administration, including reviving agriculture and industries and revitalization of the educational system in the Southeast, with a focus on information and communication technology. Others are repositioning the region's health sector, evaluating the possibility of generating electricity with coal deposits in Enugu, and creating the Ohaeneze investment company as well as a cultural center. In attendance during the meeting were the 5 governors from the Southeast, Ifeanyi Ugwanyi, Enugu, Charles Soludo, Anambra, Dave Umahi, Ebonyi State, represented by his deputy, Kelechi Igwe, Okezie Ikpeazu, Abia, represented by his deputy, Ude Chukwu, and Hope Uzodinma, Imo, represented by his deputy, Placid Njoku. Others were the Labour Party presidential candidates Peter Obi, Enugu State Governor-elect Peter Mba, former Governor of Imo State Ikedi Ohakim, and the former President General of Ohaeneze Indigbo, Adolphus Wabara, among others. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. Meanwhile, in related news, the Supreme Court on Thursday okayed the request by the federal government to file additional 9 grounds in its appeal against the embattled leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. The ruling followed an application moved by counsel for the federal government, Tijani Ghazali San. Ghazali equally sought an adjournment to respond to Kanu's request to be transferred from the detention facility of the Department of State Services to the Kuje Correctional Center. The 5-man panel led by Justice John Okoro of the Supreme Court okayed the federal government's appeal and also granted leave to the federal government to include the additional 9 grounds as part of its amended notice of appeal dated October 28, 2022. Counsel for Kanu, Mike Ozekome, informed the court about a couple of motions filed by his client, including one in which he prayed to be relocated to Kuje prison from the facility of the Department of State Services. According to Ozekome, Kanu was seriously ill and required proper medical attention, which he believed his client could access at the Kuje prison. Ozekome, San, and Ifeanyi Ejiofor also drew the attention of the Apex Court to an application seeking the release of their client on bail pending the conclusion of the hearing of the appeal. He thereafter applied for an accelerated hearing of all the pending applications as well as the substantive appeal. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.